Hello and welcome everyone to another inventRight.com TV show. Steven, what do you see on the ceiling there, man? What are you doing?
I'm looking at the
looking
snow.
out the window. You're looking at the ceiling.
Can everybody see?
Come on, we got to help these people.
Can you see the snow outside?
Yeah, that's nice, man. That's nice. Steven lives in the mountains and I live in the desert. I have no snow. I just today. What is it?
I've got snow up here, Andrew.
Is it? There you go. Steve's got snow everywhere, on his deck, on top of his head. I got no snow.
Oh, you will.
So I want to welcome you to another inventRight.com TV show. Steven, what are we covering today?
I want to talk about. It's always about licensing, guys. That's what we talk about. That's what we've been teaching forever. But I want to talk about when you're getting in the game. You're calling companies, right? You built a sell sheet, a great advertising. Your great advertising piece. It's a one-page benefit here. This is what I have, or a little video. But you've got this great marketing material that companies can understand it. They're going to love it. And you're calling companies, and you're getting out there, but something's not working. They're not calling you back. You're sending maybe you're not calling the right companies, or maybe your subject line is not right, or maybe your sell sheet doesn't work, but something's not happening. So what I want you to do is that...
There's a lot of moving parts there, Steven, and if you got one or two that are a little off, it can be the problem.
Yeah, and what I don't want you to do is contact 30 companies and come back and go, they all said this. I want you to contact 5 first and see what happens. Because you might realize you've got to change it a little bit. But
only if you ask for feedback are they going to give you feedback on what they were confused on.
But you have to sit back and go, all right, something's not working. They're not getting back to me. Let me look at my subject line in my email. Am I calling the right company? Am I trying to be too pushy? Does my sell sheet really communicate? Let me show it to someone I know and see if they get it instantly. What's not working here? Because if it works, if your marketing material is strong, your sell sheet, your video is strong, you found the right guy on LinkedIn with the right company, it should be easy. They should at least go, no, we're not interested. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, you'll say, can I submit other ideas? They'll say, yes, you might ask for feedback, but they're communicating. If they're not communicating, you're doing something that is not making you look like a professional. And I can tell you one example. I saw, I don't want to say who, but there's one particular state we're working with, and the product could have been polished up a little bit, Andrew, because the industry that he wanted to be in is pretty sophisticated, because they're looking at certain products, but they're looking at them in such a way the 3D renderings look really good, the cell materials look really slick. It's a nice standard, but when you looked at what this person had, it looked a little like an amateur a little bit. So that first impression, they weren't getting through the door. No matter how great their idea was, they weren't looking at the idea. They were looking at, this isn't one of us. Mm-hmm. But it was easy to catch it because that person had only gone to a couple companies. So I was able to say, all right, well, what's going on? Well, no one's getting back to me. Okay, great. What are you sending? So then they showed and then you can look at it and go, all right, let's polish it up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's go to their website and see how they're presenting their stuff. Oh, look at their colors. They're using blue. Maybe it's a medical device. They like that blue. They like that clean look. And you're using green.
Camouflage.
Yeah, you get camel on there. And you've got all these bullet points, and you're doing all this. But look at theirs.
And you can't have all that blood dripping off the patient. That's not the way they sell with the medical devices.
No, you want to have a guy with a lab coat, going, like a doc. No, so.
But this is all stuff you could do before, but sometimes you'll learn during, and that's your point.
Ugh.
If things aren't working, make adjustments, but try to do it right from the get-go.
No, we did a webinar, not a webinar, but a YouTube video on. Some inventors are just, I'm going to do everything myself. I'm going to do the sell sheet. yeah, I can cut and paste. I can take my own picture. I mean, I can do everything. And then when you see it, you kind of go, huh, okay. It's okay.
No, I had a student today that I was helping one of our coaches out with. Three of us were on there, and the sell sheet and the video was just terrible. And we kicked the sell sheet to the curb, and I told him how to reset up the video, and I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good, but
Or Andrew,
that.
I saw a sell sheet the other day. It's pretty good, but you had the before and after problem, and then they had the solution. I mean, they have it all going on, but the one thing they missed, the most important part, was really seeing it in action.
Yeah.
And they have a video, but the video wasn't embedded in the sell sheet.
Yeah.
So I saw the sell sheet and I go, looks really great. Can you show me? He goes, yeah, I've got my video. Well, where's the video? Oh, well, it's not here. I said, can you attach it and make it big enough where they click on it and they watch it?
Yeah, it's a tiny little.
Because once I saw it, you realize that was more important than the sell sheet.
I have to say this, Stephen. 95% of the people that come to us already having done a sell sheet or a video, it's not good enough.
I know.
This is how good your presentation needs to be. You want to assume the marketing people are basically brain dead and they're just going to glance at it for 6 seconds if it's a sell sheet and maybe watch the whole video. People tend to watch those, but you're either going to keep them or lose them in the first 15 seconds. So it needs to be good. It doesn't need to be super slick, but it needs to be very direct to the point. You need to grab them with the benefits.
Oh, no, Andrew, I wanted to have terrible music, go about 5 minutes long, and the audio, you could barely hear the person.
Well, I've seen some presentations from companies that claim to help inventors, and they'll have this long page, like a web page, and it'll about the inventor. I'm like, they could give a rat's you-know-what about the inventor. It says not about the inventor. Don't tell me about the inventor.
Wait, I got a better one. What about when someone really loves their logo, and their logo takes up a third of the page?
A third of the page. Yeah, that's good. I was going to say a quarter, but a third. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I mean, there's certain, those are things that I think come really natural to us, Andrew, because we've been doing this for a long time.
Right, and we got to keep that in mind, which we know.
I know, and we, it's funny. John Hurley at All Star Products, they do the Snuggies. They love our students. They love our students because we do prepare them correctly, and that's what we're trying to do on these videos here, is prepare you correctly. So when someone like All-Star, as seen on TV, when they see it in your video, they get it instantly. It doesn't go longer than a minute. They get the format, they see a problem, they see a solution, and guess what? They call you back. So anyway, this conversation was more about readjusting. If something's not working, sit back and readjust. Don't go 6 months and then go, this isn't working. Do it earlier than later. And then once you figure it out, resubmit to the guys that you didn't get.
You can totally, it's not like they're like, oh, why am I seeing this again? If they see it and they get it real quick, that's fine. Yeah. Sometimes people think like they have one chance. Yeah, no. And if it doesn't work out, you can say, look, my presentation wasn't very clear. This is a very clear 60-second video. Who doesn't want to watch a 60-second video or a one-page sell sheet? I think you'll get it. Let me know if you're interested.
So anyway, always do this, everybody. If you're not getting the response, sit back, look at it again, get another opinion, look at it with another pair of eyes, readjust it, and then submit it again. But don't go through the whole process and get all these no's and then go, what did I do wrong? Look at it along the way and readjust. There you go.
Yeah. A big part of inventing is those adjustments. Definitely, huge part. So if you guys like the show, subscribe below, give us a thumbs up. This is Stephen Keen, Andrew Krause, inventRight.com co-founders, been coaching and mentoring our students for over 14 years. Wow, Steve. We've been together 14 years.
You know it's weird, Andrew. I saw a picture. I looked back at 14 years.
Oh, my God. You saw a picture of us 14 years ago?
I looked really good back then. I was like, what happened, man? Yeah, there you go. You still look young. Okay. All right.
All right. Take care, everybody. Keep inventing.